many years you've been married? 59, you said?
54.
54. Don't push it, right? Why'd you marry her?
Well, I love her.
That's what we're going to talk about today. Open up to Matthew 7:7 with me. As we get into Scripture this morning, I want you to think about Ephesians talks about going back to your first love. Going back to why you were attracted to Jesus Christ. The church of Ephesus was doing great things. They had their Maki meetings going on. They had their Bible studies happening. They had their FCA groups happening. They had their church going on. They had their Bible studies. They had their Sunday schools. They were doing the right things. They lost the love of Jesus Christ. And Paul encouraged the church of Ephesus, go back to your first love. Don't forget what attracted you to begin with to Jesus Christ. I was thinking about this, and I heard this from another preacher talking about this, but he said, how would you imagine if you were married? You just woke up one morning and your wife came down the stairs and said, you know what? I'll still work, I'll clean the house, I'll cook your meals, I'll do everything I'm supposed to do, but I just don't love you. How do you feel? That's exactly how Jesus Christ feels. You know that? Yeah, I'll do your work. I'll read your Bible. I'll even pray. I'll do all the right things that I'm supposed to be doing. I come to church and I'll sit. But you know what? I just don't love you the way I used to. Matthew 7:7, it says, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds, and him who knocks on the door, it will be open. This text is so misused, I believe, because so many preachers and so many people like to use this for prosperity purposes. They think if I ask for it, it's going to be given to me. If I seek it out, it's going to be given to me. If I knock enough time, it'll be handed to me. And I don't believe that's what Jesus Christ is talking about, because if you look through the whole gamut of this, if you continue on, it basically comes to the next statement. In other words, you can knock all you want on the door. But at the end of the day, Jesus Christ is going to say, you know what? I have no idea who you are. I have absolutely no idea who you are, because you quit loving me and you just kept doing the work. Do you love Jesus? I want you to think of it. That's the whole bottom line of it. Do you love Jesus? So often we become routine in our living, don't we? 54 years, 29 years of marriage, 25 years. However long you might have been married, it comes routine a lot of times. We quit giving the flowers. We quit, having the warm, gushy feelings. And, when you got that first time love going on, and your heart is just overflowing with emotions, and man, I'd do anything for that person. And eventually, it starts wearing down, doesn't it? But you know what happens then? You take a trip together. And you sit down together. You go out to eat. You do whatever to reignite that love. To go back to remember exactly why you fell in love with that person. Why you married that person. Because so many people today will say, you know what? I just don't love you anymore. So I'm gone. I believe that happens within the church too. So often we get to a point of saying, you know what, I just don't love the Lord anymore. He isn't doing all the things I want him to. So I'm just going to quit doing things for him. And then we start falling into it. Now, we do these things because we do love Him, right? I mean, we have to remember that. We do this because we do love Jesus Christ. We do the Bible studies. We do the Sunday school classes. We read to Him. We pray to Him. We talk to Him because we love Him, right? But when you start falling out of love with someone, you quit talking to Him as much, right? You quit talking to Him the way you used to talk to Him. That passion starts leaving you. And that's what Paul is talking to the church of Ephesus. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't forget when you fell in love with Him. Because there's nothing like it. I don't care necessarily. I see you doing the Bible studies. I see you, out doing community work and building ramps and talking to people and even talking to me and doing all the right things. I see you doing that. But just love me. So often we're so worried about the mechanics of things and how things look and how people perceive us. I always say, all that other stuff comes with it if you just love Jesus. So do you love Jesus this morning? I want you to think about where your love for Jesus Christ is. I'm just going to share them. And I want you to think about those things as she's singing. Where is your love for Jesus Christ? Okay? What has He done for you? Drawing you to love Him so much. Are you ready to sing? Yeah, come on. Those are good words, aren't they? I mean, that's good stuff.
I was praying that you're really thinking about this. Open up to John 21 with me once. John 21, verse 15. Because a lot of times, when we fall out of love, and we see this even with marriages, a lot of times we think, there's just no hope anymore for our marriage. Our love is done, and there's no way. Well, John, in the book of John, the story with Peter, as Jesus reinstates him into the service, into His fold, shows us different than that. It shows us that we can have our love for Jesus Christ even if we've lost it. We can regain that. It says, when they had finished eating, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you truly love me more than these? Yes, Lord, he said. You know that I love you. And Jesus said, feed my lambs. Again, Jesus said, Simon, son of John, do you truly love me? And he answered, yes, Lord, you know I love you. And Jesus said, take care of my sheep. The third time, he said to him, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the third time, do you love me? And he said, Lord, you know all things. You know that I agape you. Now, there's a different love here, okay? There's the affection, there's the brotherly love, and then there's the agape love. And that's finally what Jesus was going at. I mean, you ever sit down, some of you who are married, and you're wondering, does my wife really love me? Do you love me? Well, yeah. Do you really? Yeah. Do you really, really? Well, of course I do. Shut up. That's kind of how Jesus Christ is with Peter here, right? It's like He wants to make sure Peter loves Him. He wants to know Peter loves Him. And He wants to know you love Him. At the end of the day, no matter what you've done, how you've done it, that's all Jesus cares about. Do you love me? Do you love me enough to do the things I'm asking you to do? So often we're not willing just to love. Are we? I mean, even our spouses. Christine and I made an agreement years ago. We don't buy each other gifts. For one thing, we don't want to forget. But we don't want to waste money at it. But the bottom line of it is I don't want someone, Hallmark card or anyone else, telling me on Valentine's Day, a day I'm supposed to love my wife. And pretty much what we came to a conclusion was, if we quit loving you, we'll let you know. And that doesn't stop. Because what you do is that it's that daily living of showing love. And it's the daily living and how you do things for Jesus Christ is what